About the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic more than low-income families.
It turns out the stress many of them have been under from losing their job or having their hours cut is really having an effect on their health as well.
In the latest installment in our ongoing series, Childhood Poverty: Cincinnati's Crisis, Local 12's Christian Hauser takes a look at how it's hurting parents and also their kids.
She said, "My child is angry with me all the time." And what had come out was that he was acting out because of what I think is the stress that she was feeling around potentially becoming homeless.
That's Dr. Megan Sandel. She's the co-director of the GROW Clinic at Boston Medical Center, which treats kids diagnosed with failure to thrive. The child she's talking about was reacting to the stress his mom is under as the family faces eviction.
And it resulted in actually him acting out and regressing. He was now asking to sleep in her bed again.
Dr. Sandel says the caseload at the clinic has shot up 40% since the pandemic started. And 2/3 of the families coming in don't have enough food for the next couple of days.
Because they're having difficulty keeping up with rent, they'll cut back on food to the point where the parents talk about actually hiding in the kitchen because they don't want their kids to notice that they're not eating with their children. They'll get them their dinner and have them sit at the table and then go back into the kitchen until they're done.
Thousands of families in the tri-state are in the same stressful situation. Attorney Nick DiNardo, through the Legal Aid Society, represents many of them in eviction court.
Prior to COVID, we couldn't take all the cases for people who wanted our help. And now post-COVID, the number of requests for assistance we're getting has greatly increased.
DiNardo says the situation's only getting worse now that an extra federal unemployment benefit ran out.
We're in crisis mode at this point, and we are really concerned that that's only going to get worse starting in January.
DiNardo's talking about a CDC eviction moratorium that could end at the end of 2020. He worries once the new year comes, unless something's done, thousands of families could end up homeless. Dr. Sandel worries the stress over ending up homeless could cause physical harm.
Kids with stunted growth that are not going to be showing up to kindergarten ready to learn the way they normally would. But I also think there will be mental health effects long term. We're going to be able to see higher rates of anxiety, depression, and coping.
With no sign of Congress passing a second relief bill with extra benefits, many families that were scraping by over the summer won't be able to make ends meet.
They're desperately trying to look for jobs. There are very few jobs out there. And oftentimes now with homeschooling, they may not be able to leave their kid at home to get on their Zoom to go to a new job.
Here's what DiNardo and Sandel say needs to happen. We need true eviction relief, one that also pays landlords so they're not left footing the bill. Another federal relief bill with emergency assistance to families and more representation of tenants in eviction court. DiNardo says the vast majority of people in eviction court do not have an attorney. And even if everything DiNardo and Sandel wanted happen, there has likely been damage done that will be felt for years to come by these kids and their parents. In Cincinnati, Christian Hauser, Local 12 News.